So, I was originally going to tell a different story this month, but after considering it further, I found out I actually need an old photo or something for that other video. That video was specifically about my kindergarten experience, so I figured first grade would be a good enough substitute. Well, I hope so anyway, because in first grade I had one of the biggest misconceptions in my life. From what I remember as an elementary student, during the last few months of school, you don't really do much. But during my first grade year, all the classes decided that they were each going to tackle a different foreign country for the last month of summer. My class got Japan. I don't remember much about that last month, but I do remember this one day when the teacher decided to read us a book about Japan. But this specific book was kind of tiny, and the pictures were even tinier. And when all the kids crowded around the teacher, I ended up being an unlucky duck and sat in the back. Because of that, I didn't really bother looking when she showed us the pictures, and my attention began to drift in and out. But then the teacher said something that caught my attention.
In Japan, they don't have carpet in the homes. Instead, they have tatami mats, which are made of grass.
I think she might have pointed at one of the pictures, but then again, tiny book, tiny pictures, far away, I used my imagination. Mats made out of grass. Oh, so they use sod instead of carpet. I thought this was really interesting and cool. I mean, when you think about it, sod's just nature's carpet, so this really didn't faze me. But what she said next did.
When they go inside, they take off their shoes so they don't damage the mats.
This was the part that blew my mind as a child. This was the part that blew my mind as a child. Was completely reasonable. But if you have grass in your home, then what's the point of taking off your shoes? I guess I could have raised my hand and asked a question, but no one else was raising their hand, and I think I just didn't want to stand out. So instead, I ended up believing this until the 5th grade when I got Nintendogs for the first time. There was this one theme you could get for your room called the Japanese tea room, and I was really confused as to why there was no sod there. Moral of the story: if you don't ask questions, you will avoid short-term embarrassment. But you may hold on to silly ideas longer than you should. So, yeah, have a nice week.